So, real quick, I didn't ask Pastor Alex for permission, but I'm going to do it anyway. So this morning I'm driving, and I noticed there's snow on Mount Diablo. Yep, interesting. I don't know how long it's been there. But first of all, I would like to thank all of those that participated in our 24 hours of prayer. One thing I just want to say, that my little quick story is, I just finished reading a book called Blind Descent. It's about a former Navy rescue swimmer. 8 years he was in the Navy, trained to be a rescue swimmer, trained in all kinds of stuff. And according to him, at the end of the story, that's what kind of like helped him survive his situation, because he was able to summit Mount Everest, highest peak in the world, 29,035 feet. He got to the top with no problem. But as soon as he had radioed into the crew down below, hey, I made it to the top, I summit, congratulations, okay, I'm starting my way down. What should have been a 3-hour trip became a 7-hour trip. Because what had happened is, as soon as he was ready to start descending, he literally went blind. Because what had happened was, a day before, his goggles had cracked. And what had happened was, the 2 layers that the goggle has, one of them is for the ultraviolet rays. And up there, the snow blinds you. So he didn't really trip off it. He said, well, you know what? I'm only going to be up there a couple hours. So he removed that because it was blocking his vision. So that's what happened. That's what caused the blindness. Going up there, ascending it with just one lens burned his retina. The only thing he could do is basically what he could see is right here. That's as close as he could see. Okay? The problem was he had to get down. And usually with oxygen and with your sight, it's still difficult to get down, just like it is to get up. The only thing he could rely on was the ropes that he was attached to. There's something called the Hillary stairs, steps that you have to climb down, up and down, all kinds of situations. Bottom line is this. He was praying throughout the whole journey. His church was praying for him. People all over the world were praying for him through this whole excursion. And right there, that's when he decided, you know what? I'm putting it up to you, God. Get me down this mountain whatever way you can. So there was a couple instances where basically he got in trouble. He fell, he slipped, he slid all over the place. And then there was one point where he slipped on the ice. He was flying down. He said, I'm done. He's sliding down the side of the hill or the mountain. Fortunately, his rope grabbed him, and he kind of like got whiplash, but he stopped. He was upside down. Previously, he had tried to change his oxygen tank. That wasn't working. So he knew he was running low on oxygen. He's upside down, hanging on dear life. And he said, that's it. I'm done. At that point, he said, again, Lord, lifting it up to you. Get me out of this situation. And the reason why I love the fact that we are a praying church is that after that, he made it down, no problem. I mean, you know, they found him and everything. But as he told his story, as he toured the world basically, telling his story, being able to descend blind, he had people praying for him throughout this whole excursion. And people were able to put together that the moment he was praying, upside down, saying, I'm done, and he basically give himself up to God. It's like, that's it. You know, if you can get me out of this situation, I know you can. Help me, help me, help me. People wrote him stories. People talked to him. At that point, people all over the world, people that were sleeping, were shaken awake to pray. But they don't know why. They didn't know the situation. They just knew he needed prayer. People told him, you know what? I prayed that God would come alongside, Jesus would come alongside of you and get you down that mountain. And you know what he felt? He felt the presence. Somebody was guiding him down, helping him step by step. So, to end this, I need you to understand that you are all prayer warriors. It's a lot of responsibility, but it's worth it. And if you ever feel something tugging at you, telling you, pray for whatever reason, please don't deny it because somebody needs your prayer. Okay?